All right, welcome back. Now, I know it's been just a little while since I put an episode online for you guys, and the main reason for that is around the last week when I would usually put another episode on, nothing happened. Not much really happened that I actually felt like talking about with you guys. So, I figured might as well take a week off. I went to a seminar about filmmaking, and this one guy who had his feature film debut at the Sundance Film Festival. His name is Lance Oppenheimer, and I believe the film was called Some Kind of Heaven, if you ever want to check it out. I'm not sure if I have the permission to name drop him like that, but oh well, we'll see what happens. I guess I'll apologize later. But anyway, so to start things off, I went to see the Impractical Jokers movie. Now, here's the thing with this movie. I heard a while ago that the Impractical Jokers were getting the big screen treatment. And then I stopped hearing about it for a while. Then, then I want to say maybe a month before the film actually came out, I saw an actual, marketing promotion for it. I saw an actual commercial on TV. And I can't help but wonder why that is, why they waited so long just to, put some kind of footage out there for it. I know the Impractical Jokers, I guess have to maintain some kind of low profile. So, I guess they can't aggressively market the movie too much. But anyway, they released I saw a commercial for it about a month before the film's release. And I'm not going to lie, I guess I kind of see why. Because I'm not going to lie, I did not expect too much going into this movie. Because, again, it is a movie based on, a TV show, one of those hidden camera reality shows. So my expectations weren't too high. And at the same time, this movie still missed them. And it sucks to say because I honestly love the Impractical Jokers so much. All four of them are hilarious. Joe in particular is my favorite, but I love all four of them. And the four have such a great and natural and authentic dynamic. You can tell that these guys have been friends for a big chunk of their lives. And it's kind of shocking that based on that dynamic that the four of them have with each other, that so much of this movie felt very forced, felt kind of weak. Now, basically, before I get too much into that, just let me explain what this movie's actually about. This movie does actually have a story, believe it or not. So the story is that the Jokers get invited to a party in Miami, Florida by Paula Abdul. And they're only given 3 passes to get into the party. So the four of them take a road trip down and along the way have to do their regular spiel as far as getting each other to do the wackiest stuff and all the challenges that they're known for doing, the Joker challenges. And whoever does the worst out of all of them doesn't get to go to the party. Now, that does sound a lot of fun, and it ends up not being a lot of fun in certain parts. Here's the thing. When it comes to the Jokers doing their regular thing, doing the jokes, doing the gags, doing the challenges, that's when this movie is at its best. Not surprisingly, at all. And there are a few great bits. This movie definitely has a lot of comic and entertainment value here. But what happens in between each of these gags is where the problem lies with this movie. And it drags this film down a lot. Now, like I said before, a lot of it just felt very forced, just felt very clumsily made. It kind of just felt like they didn't really care whether in terms of actually making the movie, these scenes in between, or actually just writing this out. It honestly just didn't work. It didn't work. And, like I said, I was expecting a bit more, and I just didn't get it. And yeah, it just proves that, all these things in between each of the gags were just there to string along some kind of story, some kind of plot. So that way they can show the gags and the challenges that the Jokers usually do. Now, again, I guess I could have expected something like that, but at the same time, if you're going to put something on the big screen, shouldn't you at least put a little bit more effort into the stuff in between all the, main attractions and whatnot? But maybe that's just me. I remember watching a while ago a documentary on True TV that follows the Jokers, finishing up or going on a cross-country comedy tour, and it takes you behind the scenes of the guys just being with each other and going into their backstories and just all the personal connections that these guys have with each other. And I felt like you'll just be better off watching this documentary. The documentary, I believe, is called Practically Live, and it was actually really great. The hour and so minutes flew by really quickly, whereas this movie at about, an hour and a half usually shouldn't take as long to feel as it does, but it does. It does feel a little bit longer than it should. So, honestly, I think this movie, based on just the amount of effort they actually put into the Impractical Jokers movie, would have just been better off on TV, or how I'm really showing my age and going to a direct-to-VHS home video special. So, honestly, to cap things off, while it's definitely not without its funny gags and entertainment value, the Impractical Jokers movie was not given the storytelling props needed to justify its extension into a cinematic feature release. I'm going to give the Impractical Jokers movie a 60.